boy.
Boy?
Oh,
Boy. According to the
boy.
caption, or boy.
Boy, 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 boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Malik.
Malik. Welcome back to distract us from finishing this game.
What's our final choice, though?
Like
but
we
we have like 2 paragraphs to go through worth of story.
And does that
or even one end?
I was about to say, and is that 2 paragraphs both ends?
Right, 2.5 for a single ending. Not counting the epilogue after that. Which is just 1 paragraph.
Yeah, but like...
Anyway, so last time we made it through about 2 paragraphs of the thing. This time we just need to speed through, so it's Yep. Anyway, so if we're doing the normal end first, or like
as we normally do.
As we normally do.
We reject.
And we say no.
We say
I don't wanna.
But you need to eat the broccoli.
Oh, well, I like broccoli.
You need to eat the liverwurst? Haggis? I don't know. Reject the terms.
Want to at least ask, is there any other option?
How are you doing, Malik, and anybody else in chat?
Wow, Discord audio is really staticky today on the music. Although the image is clear.
Well, that's something.
As I said, this is as far as I can budge. There's no way Saint-Germain and I can defeat Guinevere in our current condition. Heck, I'm tired. Woken up not long ago. Oh. Hey, I also woke up not long ago.
I mean...
Quite a bit earlier for you than it is for me, I think, though.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a big difference between, like, 3 p.m. and, like, what, 9 a.m.? 8 a.m.?
I woke up at 1:30, which means I have not been awake for 2 hours yet.
I woke up at, like, 10.
Good job, you.
After being awake until 5.
Hi, Kate Sith. I closed that door, but I see you don't respect that.
So I don't know how I'm awake.
I don't know, yesterday I went to sleep at 6 a.m. and then woke up at 11:45. That's for lunch, and they're like, why were you up until 6? And I was like, ha 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 ha.
Did you read this?
Yes,
I already
did.
forgot. I already forgot. My brain is blah.
And you get on my case all the time, for you never listen to me.
Well, you can also say I never listened to you. We're even.
What if we were even and we didn't whine at each other? What if we just skipped the whining and we're just like, yeah, whatever.
The whining makes it interesting. Guinevere is strong. Saint-Germain could barely fight her on equal terms in perfect condition. Now that he's lost his immortality, his chances of victory are extremely low. With that in mind, I tried to get her to agree to a different condition.
What's the point? I'm asking you to accomplish something impossible.
Omnibus says this quietly, not giving an inch.
Whether you'll be able to overcome this turn of events or not. That's all I want to know.
There is no other option. I nod quietly, taking this fact to heart.
All right. I shall take you to Saint-Germain now.
Game? Wait, what? Game? The instant Omnibus says this, the area around us becomes veiled in whiteness. By defeating Guinevere, we'll be able to overturn Omnibus's prediction. Even though I am faced with an impossible task.
I can see Saint-Germain. I can help him.
These are the only thoughts that fill my head.
Is that you can prove that there exists a future other than what I can see. That would mean salvation for me as well.
Ah, it's too bright. Get it away. Omnibus
Is that what you're gonna say if you see heaven?
Omnibus disappears into the whiteness, smiling.
Please keep your promise. I swear to God that I will.
Hold on, Saint-Germain. I'm coming. I quietly whisper this as the world around me fades to white.
Then we die.
Then we die! Well, that was the normal end. Thank you for joining. We will see you next week for the good end.
Gasp, 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 gasp. Discord doesn't like gasping.
Did you try gasping?
I did.
Oh. Discord, you should like gasping.
I tried like 5 of them, and then I was like, wait, my icon's not lighting up at all.
Gasp, gasp, gasp!
Gasp. But in Saint-Germain voice. Gasping.
Stop making me laugh!
No.
I can't read if I laugh!
We're supposed to read?
Yes, I believe we are supposed to read sometimes here.
Oh, whoops.
I believe a few words are on screen right now that I'm supposed to read, but instead I'm doing this dumb voice.
Yeah, you should just narrate in that voice.
I do not think so.
You're already in it.
What if I stop?
Okay.
I'm an
All right,
idiot.
everybody remember to vote that Sharky sounds cartoony.
No! Nobody should vote that I sound cartoony.
You haven't voted yet. Remember to vote. Sharky does in fact sound cartoony all the time.
I do
He is
not.
counting no votes apparently as or he's counting non-votes as no votes because Sharky is apparently trying to do democracy the way Republicans want to do democracy. So you should increase the voter turnout on does Sharky sound cartoony?
Oh my gosh. That's going to get lost in the Discord chat. And people are going to be like, what are you even talking about?
Hey, just scroll up in the general chat. And remember to vote. Sharky does in fact sound cartoony.
No,
Okay,
that
let
you
me
are
bump it.
you are giving you are pushing bias onto our the followers. You shouldn't be so biased.
Oh well.
Because in fact, I don't sound cartoony.
That is not a fact. You say in fact and then you say blatant lies.
I am not speaking lies.
Oh no, 3 out of 3 votes say you are.
Oh, well, I didn't vote for it because I was trying to be a little more neutral.
You're allowed to vote no.
Well, then
You're just
fine.
gonna be the only one.
I'll vote no. So, Pie voted a completely different. Pie keeps putting other Sharkies. Pie, you're not here right now, and I'm already yelling at you.
Thanks, Pie. For next time.
For now,
See, Pie already voted, so Pie is like, all right, well, gotta flood it with even more votes.
for now, there is no sign that Guinevere has caught up. I lean against the bridge's handrail and slowly catch my breath.
Sigh.
How long? How long has she and I been fighting? I can't turn into the stream right now, but I'm causing problems on purpose. Dang it, Fi. Why do I talk to people? Guinevere is strong. I already knew this, but she has truly surpassed my expectations. If I continue fighting her head on, I'll surely be at a disadvantage. That's why I ran, using the geography to my advantage. My brain wanted to say geometry for a second.
Yep.
All I can do is catch her when she's not expecting me and strike, like an isosceles triangle. However, I'm already nearing my limit. Gonna need a little guh.
Alright, I'm responding to something.
No, you're good. I I I more said that because I thought Discord filtered it out. Not because I was trying to rush you because I'm like, you weren't saying anything. I'm like, did Discord filter it?
Wow. Love that Discord is like, yeah, you can meow as much as you want, but if you want to sigh or
Gasp.
gasp or anything,
Or
that's no good. But
sometimes
meowing, we love meows.
sometimes your like light Saint-Germain laugh will get filtered out a little bit. Look down at my hands, coated with my own blood, the remnants of my immortality. My body's regeneration is not catching up with my wounds. These powers will end soon.
Wow, I just realized that in this other Discord, I have myself as Satan parentheses aces. And I just saw that someone else in this Discord is also named Satan. I was here first, though.
You are. You have competition.
I was here first. I'm not worried.
What if they are a stronger Satan?
You honestly believe that whoever that is more satanic than me.
I didn't say more satanic, I just said stronger.
You honestly believe that whoever that is more satanic than me.
That's not what I said. You're putting words in my mouth. Now you should stop doing that. I will forever love that I guess people just will always be referencing you, and at least like the people in this community, as Satan. No, not that one.
Satan, yes, that one.
Well,
Who
no,
said I'm not that one?
me. Because I've seen
You're the one
you.
who said, okay, there's Satan.
That doesn't
To
make you.
me.
That doesn't make you the actual Satan.
Says who?
That's not how words work.
It isn't?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I called you Sharky, and now everyone believes you're a cartoon shark,
Ha
so...
ha ha ha! Somebody else voted no with me.
Malik, you're too kind to Sharky. You're being really nice, but you know. Oh my. What to do?
You make that sound like that was only done to, like, be nice.
I mean, yeah, I'm considering it a pity vote.
Wow, you're so mean to me.
Correct. There are still so many apostles aside from Guinevere.
I try to keep my spirits up by drinking actual spirits.
Delicious.
I've killed Guinevere any number of times as well. She's bounced back from death each time, but she might be reaching her own limit as well.
Just a little more. It should be over soon. I can't die yet.
Well, you can.
No, he can't. He literally can't yet.
No, he can.
No, he literally can't yet. He still has his regeneration for a little longer.
Yeah, but that little longer ain't gonna last that long at this rate.
But he can't die yet. He's incapable of it yet.
But against my wishes, my feet are unsteady and my vision hazy. Then, I turn my back to the guardrail and slump down to the pavement. Through my watering eyes, I see Tower Bridge, the symbol of modern London, looming over me. I've come so far, running from Guinevere. How ironic that this would be the place I draw my last breath. This is where I felt her warmth, where I was able to be my true self one last time, and where I bid her farewell.
It's only fitting that this should be my grave.
Words of weakness escape my lips. Perhaps I haven't changed at all since back then. Since that day when I was unable to save the one person I wanted to.
It's like back then. I couldn't protect or save anyone, and simply spread death and suffering. Once again, I failed to save one person, failed to protect just one person. That's not true.
A voice drifts to my ears.
You've always been there to save me. I'm assuming this is MC. I think it is.
Oh, I would assume so. At first, I think that my weakening heart is causing me to hallucinate.
You've always protected me.
But this voice,
Saint-Germain!
I could never mistake the voice of the person I care about most.
That I met 2 months ago.
Impy.
No, he's known Impy for a while.
Well, I was gonna say Impy before you said who I met 2 months ago? Because it would have been funny.
I mean, you could have said Van Helsing after I said 2 months ago.
That's been less than 2 months.
I mean, it's about the same time as he met Ace.
Eh.
Okay, Victor.
True, true.
Victor, he really did meet
Yeah.
just about the same time as AC.
Yeah, it was, like, stupid close.
Well, because AC wandered
Yeah.
off and, like, met him in the middle of the night, but Victor, he met, what, the next day at breakfast or something?
Yeah. I raise my head and find my beloved standing before me.
Is AC?
Bloody and tattered, Saint-Germain looks at me in shock. Each and every wound he suffered was undoubtedly sustained to protect me.
Saint-Germain, you've been through so much.
Tears well up in my eyes as I kneel down and scoop him into my arms. Saint-Germain, he has always... He has been fighting ever since we parted ways. He did it just to protect me. Ooh, that's pretty bloodied.
Well, I feel like the real question is after how many battles he was in, how his clothes are still mostly intact.
Yeah, honestly. No, halfway through the battle. Wait, hold on. I have to quick change clothes. Just
No, after
give me a
every
minute.
apostle battle, he's just like, hang on, wardrobe change.
Well, I mean...
But then it's like one of those cartoon character things where you open the wardrobe.
And it's the same outfit? You mean Royce?
Mhm.
According to Courtney, you mean Royce?
According to Courtney, I mean Royce. Does Royce dress like Saint Germain? Does Royce want to dress like Saint Germain?
I mean,
That'd be pretty cool.
that'd be a question
And
for
if
Courtney
it
and Royce.
sounds like would match Courtney. I feel like Saint Germain outfit isn't that far from the Royce profile outfit, but I don't know if that's how Royce dresses.
On a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or if that was like a photo shoot or something. Also, it's kind of like a small, slightly hard to see grayscale image, so.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
Very sad music, all the dramatic scene. There's blood, there's tears, and then there's Shark singing along.
Hi, I'm here to ruin dramatic moments. Nice to meet you.
I'm so glad that you're alive. So glad.
The only thing that could help me ruin it more with me is if there was a smiley hat somewhere.
Sorry, Deli went to Northern Ireland or something.
That's true.
This is neither dream nor illusion. It's really you, Miss AC. Yes, it's really me. The real me who loves you, Saint Germain. All right, let's get a good look. Nope, there are absolutely no injuries apparently to any part of his like main torso area.
Yeah, there's like the cut on the leg.
There's a cut on the leg. There seems to be like a cut on the arm.
Looks like
There's
cut
a couple cuts on the arm.
on both arms, because you can see a cut right under AC's arm.
Mm.
And then there's like one on his other shoulder and on the arm itself. Like there looks like there's a cut on like the upper cheek.
Yeah, well, there's a few like torn looking areas along his farther sleeve.
Yeah.
There's really just the one on his upper like shoulder under AC's arm,
Mm-hmm.
on the closer arm. There's one on his cheek that hasn't healed, so that must be decently fresh.
Yeah. I
There's
mean,
some blood around his neck.
yeah, I mean, I would assume that, like, also the one on his leg is decently fresh because that's still.
Well, yeah. Well, depending if it's like a blood stain that the flesh underneath has healed, but
Mm,
because that's cloths, right? So it's hard to tell if there's just like blood underneath, but that the wound underneath the blood has healed
can I
and
just
it's
also
just by the fabric.
can I just say how, like, again, dramatic scene. How many injuries has he
How many
sustained
do
right
we
now?
actually see? Well, because then, the one on his cheek has to be pretty fresh
Yeah.
because we can see the clear line on his flesh directly. So it's like, okay, that's currently spilling blood.
Yeah.
However, there's no like, oh, his clothing is torn and there's like a blood stain, even if it's healed, on anywhere from his
Yeah.
like upper chest to like
His
that cut on
waist.
the leg.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between. It's
Nothing.
just like, did no one ever stab you in the stomach again? I mean,
Again,
I
like,
guess he must have. Yeah, he
wardrobe
got
change.
stabbed right in the chest before, and I guess he had a wardrobe change after that one.
Yeah. It's
You know,
fine.
as we said, every time he looks the same though, so it's the Royce closet.
I hold him tighter. Tighter. As tightly as I can to tell him that I would never let him go.
I ought to be mad at you. It took me so much strength and resolve to keep danger away from you. Why have you come back to me? That's...
I try to find the right words for him, but Saint-Germain shakes his head.
But I'm filled to happiness right now. I'm nearly moved with to tears. Right now, this one is all I need.
His pained sigh brushes my ear. His voice is soft. We're just lurking because we're making notes for upcoming episodes, so we weren't gonna jump in and derail things, but we actually have a really good story about that photo shoot.
This is exactly what I expect from y'all.
From Courtney and Royce, or from the chat?
From Courtney and Royce, specifically. To say that. Oh, we were busy, but we have a really good story, though. We're busy, we're working on stuff. Oh, but we have a good story.
See, we just say these things out loud, never expecting anybody to answer.
Mm-hmm.
His voice is soft, yet determined, when he whispers into my ear.
I wanted to see you again. I wanted to hear your voice again. Even if the poison melts my body away. I wanted to embrace you once more. It involves a place called Have Guns Will Rent and Poison Fruit. All right. Okay.
How do you have so many stories?
Having like good memory for one thing, it seems.
What the crap? Sorry, I'm just like slightly on the verge of tears and then reading that and be like, what the crap?
Why are you on the verge of tears, Sharky?
Because sad scene is sad?
I thought we were ruining it.
We are, which is why I'm on the verge and not crying.
Alright, you can cry on the true end. On the good end. This is still the normal end.
Trust me, it doesn't take much to make me cry. I'm a crier. And I cry wolf all the time.
Cry wolf?
Yes!
Oh.
Stop making me laugh! Sorry, we're stopped now. Proceed with your crying. No, you're fine! You're fine!
Oh.
Because I have that one doing wolf howling in my ears.
You're like, I cry a wolf. Well, I gotta provide the wolf. Well, that when you cry wolf, it's real.
I'm dying. Help.
No, Saint-Germain is dying, and I am the one who voices him. So actually, you're not dying, I am.
Bleh.
Wait, but I want to hear this photo shoot story, like, tomorrow.
You'll
Or
have
whenever
to,
you guys want to tell it.
you'll have to arrive early enough so that you can ask for the story before D&D.
I don't think I'm going anywhere tomorrow.
You don't think that now?
Well, I have a thing at 3? I think it's 3.
So you
Yeah,
do have
3.
things tomorrow.
Yeah, but like at home.
He looks at me kindly. I can hear his heart beating through our clothes. Or clothing. Clothing, same thing. His heart is beating so strongly. This alone makes me very happy.
Feel the same way. I wanted to be cross with you for abandoning me. But embracing you like this, I feel like no other words are necessary.
Even if I'm a doll or monster, even if he's immortal or phantom, we both belong. Right here. Just that makes me happier than I could ever believe.
Are you sure you don't want any words?
He smiles weakly, but his words have a slightly mischievous sound to them. I catch on to what he means and gently smile back at him.
Tagged you on the comments of a teaser trailer for an upcoming game. FYI, the developer is Ace. Ooh.
Ooh!
Alright, time to get distracted again.
Time to get distracted again!
Oh, what I should do is probably just open Steam with that, because I see a Steam link. And add it to a wish list and then look at it properly later.
I feel like I... seen this? Oh,
Yeah.
hey, composed by the person who did Slay the Spire and Kind Words.
Nice. Kind Words is great.
Kind Words is really good music, so composer. Also working on it already.
Alright, add to wish list.
A narrative adventure about love and friendship inspired by neighbors. Interesting. We're gonna have her on an upcoming episode.
Ooh, that's exciting.
That's amazing. I'm glad to hear y'all are gonna have lots more guests.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you. Oh, I've heard of One Night Stand.
I feel like I have.
Interesting.
No, I do want more words. I want to hear them coming from you in the form of Royce and Courtney telling us their stories, apparently. Lots of words.
Stop making me laugh and I cough.
Stop coughing.
Well, I can't.
AC. I love you.
You're making me laugh, which is making me cough. So you stop making me laugh, and I will stop coughing. Deal?
Alright, well, I don't know how well I can make you cry here, but I'll do my best. I love you too.
Like I said, it's easy to make me cry. My emotions get stabbed regularly.
How do I to cosplay these two with me?
Roy's cosplay these two with Courtney.
Yes.
I gently pull myself away, then start to explain everything that has transpired. Roy said too many watches.
Don't worry, we have a whole cast of steampunk couples.
Yeah,
here.
you could be
You can pick any of the love interests.
Yeah, you could be Impy. You could be Lupin if you still want to have that like look. You could be Victor, or you could have shotguns.
That's Van Helsing.
I told him about how Lupin and the others have all been working to save him. How we have Omnibus, or how we found Omnibus and I spoke with her. Everything. I mix in only one small lie.
She said she would save me if we defeated Guinevere. Omnibus said that. Yes, she promised me.
AC, stop lying.
Why you fucking lie? I don't think you even know that meme.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Heard it with my own ears. It was unmistakable. I never would have thought that Omnibus would.
The only problem is I didn't agree to that terms and conditions.
Well, there was a little extra condition included.
I purposely don't tell him. She said she would save Saint-Germain. But her condition was that I would have to destroy my own heart, or Logium, with my own hands. Saint-Germain slowly gets to his feet. Royce, see? That is like Royce's exact eye color.
You know, it's not that there are so many watches exactly. It's that you have a sleeve that can cover up most of them, so you don't actually have to be like exactly that look. Cause you see that whole
Yeah, his sleeve
side
got
is
torn off.
covered up by like a larger sleeve, and
Yeah.
then the other side, it's like every other line. There's only like 4 watches there. And they don't have to be real watches. You can just get like, I have a button or like a set of buttons that I got from like a Joanne Fabrics or something. I think it was, I don't know, somewhere. A set of buttons that like looks like little clocks. You could just sew those onto like a little thing.
This would be an interesting cosplay to say.
That'd be amazing.
Like,
Saint-Germain looks so cool.
that would be really like...
Bryce, you should cosplay Saint-Germain with Courtney.
Saint-Germain slowly gets to his feet.
Then, that is one more reason why I cannot lose this fight. I must defeat Guinevere so that we can live together.
No, the one on his shoulder and upper arm are new because you can still see the cuts from this angle.
Mm. The shoulder and upper arm?
The shoulder,
Oh, wait,
his
okay. No,
shoulder
I see the,
yeah, you
yeah,
can,
the slightly farther arm. I see the cuts underneath there.
yeah.
We already have the perfect pocket watch for that necklace. See?
Yeah, that's
See?
you're already like got into some of the the
The
details
best
there.
kind of cosplay is when you already own half the shit.
And you probably have something similar to that jacket.
I would not be surprised.
Which is why I said probably.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they have something similar to the vest too. That's
Yeah.
underneath.
Yeah, probably.
The only thing is that you'll be going around with like half a jacket because like Saint Germain's outfit is really just half jacket.
Oops,
Yeah,
called out.
he only wears half the jacket and the other half like trails behind him like a cloak or something.
Oh, really? I
But
never noticed that.
yeah, it's kind of like tied at his waist, it looks like.
Oh, so
I'll just post a proper picture into the Discord.
his right arm is never actually in the sleeves, and it's okay.
Yeah, I put
That's
the thing, or I'm putting it into the.
that's all on Courtney's side of the closet. Oh, that's so.
Well, we don't actually know what your closet looks like, and you mean even if it's on Courtney's side of the closet, if this is a pair cosplay, I mean.
Oh wow, that's a lot more watches. I think some of the watches got destroyed or are not being shown because of the angle.
Yeah, I mean.
Because that and this arm
Fine.
do not match for watches.
Let's see. I mean, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's fine.
Because you see maybe 2 in this picture?
They don't need to be real watches.
Also, the one in the picture you just posted, right underneath the 7, has the little 2 lines, and the 2 lines have a space here, so this art doesn't even match properly?
2-line what? Blah.
So, if you look on his arm in the picture that you just posted, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right underneath
Yeah.
the 7, there's the watch, and then it has like the 2 like 1s to the side of it. It's very hard to say.
Let me pull up the larger version.
Sorry, I'm just nitpicking now.
Oh, it has little claspies.
Yeah, but in the picture in the game right now, that's moved down because it's not like directly under the 7. There's a little gap.
Well, there's yet another image of him on the wiki in which he doesn't have the 7 in the first place. And
What the crap?
I don't even know.
This game.
Anyway, we just gotta pull up the nearest CG and.
Anyway, let me bring this back up.
Or you can alternately cosplay as Herlock Sholmes.
Ah, yes, you could also be Herlock Sholmes.
Herlock doesn't have all the watches, you know? And Herlock is around in the fan disc like sequel game thing.
I didn't see this message, and by Courtney's side of the closet, we mean the whole closet.
But how will you open your closet like a cartoon character if you don't have a closet?
You may be easily distracted, but you are my perfect distraction.
I'm glad. Hi, Lilith.
Oh, hi. We are extremely easily distracted by trying to convince somebody to cosplay as this gentleman right here.
I will say, I mean, Herlock is also excellent and doesn't have all the watches and stuff. You could probably do that,
We're just saying,
at
just
least.
cosplay like 2 characters from this game, please.
Like, I'm gonna post a picture of Herlock too.
I mean, it seems like a great idea, right?
Herlock's is like simpler. You get a big coat, you get another sort of smiley hat, you get a nice green scarf.
Is it simple and clean?
I assume it's clean. I don't know if I would say it's entirely simple.
Oh,
It's mostly simple. There's no Kingdom Hearts in it though.
That's what you think.
Are you gonna tell me that you think that Herlock has a heart?
Why, yes, I assume Herlock has a heart. The only person in this game without a heart is AC.
You think Alistair has a heart?
Why, yes, he has a physical heart.
Yeah, we're talking about Kingdom Hearts hearts though.
Well, hearts in Kingdom Hearts are kind of synonymous with souls. Well, no, not really. But, like, also kind of. It's...
So when a heart gets fully consumed by the darkness...
Like, it's not, because there's also a thing in Kingdom Hearts about a soul, but it's like the equivalent, kind of. Because the soul in Kingdom Hearts is kind of just the link between a body and a heart.
The Discord's like, you're not allowed to laugh at it this much. Yes, so we can live together. AC lying through her fucking teeth.
The single lie that I've told him stings my heart. Stings the
You don't have
horologium! But this is the best way for now. Saint-Germain now has a resolute look in his eyes as he stares ahead at Tower Bridge. It's the final countdown. A figure wearing knightly armor stands there. The enemy that Omnibus had predicted that Saint-Germain and I would never be able to defeat. I didn't expect that you'd come all the way here, chasing after Saint-Germain. Guinevere stops in front of us and speaks quietly. Omnibus told me everything. To threaten her, of all people. You certainly took a huge risk.
It's the only option I had to save Saint-Germain.
Guinevere? Changed my mind, I want to be this guy. Girl!
Don't worry.
Girl!
This is Guinevere, like Queen Guinevere.
Like, actually Queen Guinevere.
So you could totally cosplay Guinevere and Saint-Germain, the Apostles of Idea, together.
Yeah. Guinevere takes a step towards us.
This sounds like a couple's cosplay that could still absolutely work.
The ace couple cosplay.
Yeah.
Saint-Germain.
You know, I would follow an ace couple cosplay channel. Or Twitter or whatever. I would follow that. That sounds
Do you
awesome.
follow the Ace Couple YouTube channel? Or do you follow them on iTunes or Spotify and any other podcasting platform out there?
Thanks for reminding me. I should make sure that our YouTube account follows their YouTube account. I think it does. I think I did that.
Okay.
Yeah, we are subscribed.
Oh, right. I should subscribe on my own. Because I keep forgetting to.
calling me out, and then you didn't even do it yourself.
I wasn't calling you out. I was calling everybody out.
We already have neck ruffles, picket watches, and fancy coats. We don't have dramatic suits of armor.
Oh, wait. No, I did subscribe. When did I subscribe?
This seems like the perfect occasion for you to obtain a dramatic suit of armor. You see? You see?
Huh. I must have subscribed, like, earlier this week. And yes, you should always have a dramatic armor.
To go with your neck ruffles, picket watches, and fancy coats.
Well, I mean, what are you wearing underneath the armor? Obviously, neck ruffles, picket watches, and fancy coats.
Is it picket watches or pocket watches?
I think it's actually supposed to be pocket watches.
I'm assuming it's pocket watches.
Yeah, but I'm just reading what the ace couple said.
I think Harlock also has like a big pocket watch looking thing on his belt.
I think so, because I think he looks at it.
That's what it looks like.
Saint-Germain steps forward as well, blocking her. And to go with my swords.
Even if my life depends on it.
I mean, see, isn't this a really good cosplay duo? The people who want to murder each other. Also, oh my gosh, many of the watches just appeared.
Look, you see there's the little flourish design on like the jacket, and it kind of matches the little flourish design on her armor. That's how you know they're a couple.
A couple of murderers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. ...
To think that it would fall to me to tear apart two individuals in love. I feel the irony of fate. I can't tell what her expression is under her helmet. After a small sigh, Guinevere raises her huge sword.
Yeah, not to be confused with huge size and small swords. She has a huge sword, a small size.
In response, Saint-Germain holds out the sword he keeps hidden in his sleeve, Assassin's Creed style.
You know, they keep calling it a sword, but it's really more of a dagger.
Yeah.
I feel like whoever translated it or wrote it or whatever is just like, that's not... I don't know that you can call that a sword. Usually if it's hidden away like that, I'm thinking dagger.
It's a sword for, like, goblins.
Honestly, goals. Aren't they? I mean, I like AC's original outfit as well.
I don't know which outfit I like more out of the original and the one that looks this one.
The everyday clothes.
Yeah.
Wait, can you access the gallery from here?
No, I would have to save and
Yeah, okay.
I got the glossary and that's about it.
Well, we'll show the gallery after we reach the end of this ending, and then we'll go back for the good end, I guess.
You think we're gonna get the good end today?
I think that we're gonna stretch out the stream length if we have to.
Okay. We might have to redo our captures at that rate.
It said I have 4 hours. Saint-Germain, you probably won't be able to fight well in your current condition. This is too basic for Courtney. No. She's got a fancier outfit.
Oh,
I like the fancy outfit. However, I do really love the suit of armor, and I cannot blame you if you choose armor over AC.
She does have a fancier outfit.
I don't know if I'll be much help, but I'll fight with you. We'll be fine.
Saint-Germain gives me a smile, then turns to face Guinevere.
I don't want to let you down after everything you've done. I will win, no matter what.
Immediately after that,
music change!
Saint-Germain disappears. I see. Oh, not this again!
I shall take over narration and tell you when to hit the button. I see sparks flying from the sword Guinevere is holding, and the sound of their impact reverberates through the air. Press. Their battle is like a dance, a continuous back and forth in defensive, or between defense and offense. Also, sorry, flash warning to anyone who has light sensitivities. Click. It's almost like a reenactment of the exchange that took place in the underground facility. Like, however, like, their power dynamics haven't changed at all since that day. Next. I lose focus for a moment, lost in thought. Next. Guinevere's huge sword knocks Saint-Germain out of the way. Saint-Germain! I think. Yep, safe now? Dot.
But he dodges her follow-up strike as if he already knew it was coming.
It's Victor's explosive? Yeah, come on. The other 4 are just like, we keep telling you to stop leaving us out. And both of you keep leaving us out.
But he used Victor's explosives, so they're actually a part of the fight.
No, I think Victor might be here.
Oh.
In that case.
Guinevere is caught in a fierce explosion, and Saint-Germain's sharp blade darts through the flames at a gap in her armor. That strike should have been fatal, but...
Ugh.
Guinevere, who should have been killed, throws Saint-Germain back.
Saint-Germain, are you all right? I take it back. I guess everyone else is not here. I think I misremembered then. Well...
Maybe you remembered the good end.
I don't think so. Yes, I'll be fine.
I run towards him, and he takes my hand as I help pull him back to his feet.
I mean, either way, they got a whole lecture from Lupin.
And now they're just leaving him out again. Well, I mean, they also didn't... They aren't leaving the group out on purpose. AC got separated and then teleported here.
Yeah, and the others are still in, like,
the
Wales.
Yeah.
Forest. Wandering in fog.
Yeah, so it's not really their fault at this point. AC probably should have said, bring my friends with me, but like, heat of the moment. It's fine.
This is like, nah, you gotta prove you're a couple. Dumb can't have friends. Didn't you know that couples can't have friends?
Killed again. It's quite off-putting when someone who's usually so calm attacks me so aggressively. Guinevere raises her enormous sword again, as if nothing had happened.
Hold on, let's just show off the sword so Courtney can fully appreciate. So you were saying you already have swords, but do you have a sword like this one?
That has random gears and a chain attached to itself.
Uh-huh. Even though it doesn't seem to come apart, so we're not sure what the purpose of the chain is, but it has a chain.
And all the gears? All the gears.
Yep.
In contrast to Guinevere's readiness, Saint-Germain falls to his knees.
Not yet. Saint-Germain! I've come so far. Are you alright, Saint-Germain?
Obviously not! The sound of merciless footsteps approaches us as I kneel at his side and hold him. It seems he's no longer capable of moving. Looks like I win.
I need to stop by Home Decor Swords and More.
When I hear Guinevere's emotionless words, I look up at her and carefully lay Saint-Germain on the ground. I slowly stand up.
Like, yeah, I feel like Saint-Germain outfit, goals. Guinevere outfit, goals. Saint-Germain's home, wealthiness goals. I just need one of his many houses, okay? They all look the same. In the Fandisk thing, he brings you to Paris, where he again has the exact same house.
Are you serious? That wasn't a joke? Being like,
no,
that wasn't like a, oh, I made this house to look the exact same for this purpose. What the crap?
it was the same house again.
They really
They
did.
were really like, sorry guys, we don't have the budget. We gotta just reuse these art assets, right? Writers, make it work.
I have the same house in Paris too.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's comforting always going home to the same bed no matter where I am. So I just have the same bed 5 times. We haven't lost yet. I can fight too.
You can't see me, but I'm just shaking my head.
As you do.
I take off my gloves and turn to face her. Ooh!
Is that better or worse than when you're just holding your head in face palm during D&D?
Look! I also caused people to shake their head. So I
It
can't
cause people to laugh, actually.
Well, I caused Magic some fear. So...
It's fine.
How tall are
When
the
you get
No
over
fear.
the fear, you have catharsis.
No
right?
fear. How tall are the Kuatoa? 1 fear.
Yeah, we just really need a fear ticker for Achole.
We're gonna go to murder field trip. 3 fears. Do you seriously?
Yeah, 1 fear for Soul, 1 fear for Einrim, and 1 fear for the Carrion Crawler. We don't care about Pepito.
Do you seriously think you stand a chance against me?
Shit's going down soon, friends. Yeah.
I mean, next session is gonna be the big battle, I assume.
Tomorrow's the big day.
It's battle in the big temple.
Of course. I'll do anything to save Saint-Germain. That's why I've come here.
You really do love him. Throwing your life away for a loved one. It's beautiful yet tragic.
I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter if it's for love or not. She might as well fight, because if she gives up, she's still gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Probably by Guinevere.
It's do you go down or do you go down fighting?
Mm-hmm.
She muses with a hint of envy and slowly lifts her giant sword. Then she stomps heavily on the pavement, causing a crack in the bridge, and vanishes from in front of me.
Yeah, we're just in London destroying Tower Bridge again.
Tower Bridge is falling down?
Mm-hmm. Well, it fell down in the MP Rat too, right?
Yeah, it did. It got destroyed.
And there was intense fighting on it in the Van Helsing route.
Yep.
Although I don't think it went down, the Van Helsing route.
No,
we just kind of did some dramatic fighting on it.
It just had dramatic fighting between Van Helsing and a small child. Or, sorry, a small potato.
Mm-hmm.
Her attack is instantaneous. I'm unable to dodge it, and the sword skims my shoulder. Although it barely hits me, the impact is so strong that I fall to the ground and roll for some distance.
Discard!
Gotta modify that voice settings, I guess.
Ate the first one.
Gotta modify those voice settings, I guess. Turn off that eat background noise button. The huge disparity between our strengths is almost laughable. I don't intend to make you suffer. Just stay put. Until your lover's final moment. She turns away from me and begins walking towards Saint-Germain. Saint-Germain is still on the ground and seems unable to move at all.
Saint-Germain!
I push myself forward, forcing my body up. I grab her sword, not even afraid of it cutting me. In that moment, a fierce cloud of smoke rises up, and part of her sword is melted away. Oh good, instead of making a piercing weapon, you made a blunt weapon. You can also kill with blunt weapons.
Well, was it it was piercing and slashing damage.
That's true.
She's done both.
But now it's blunt. Oh good. What?
One of its two ends, at least, maybe.
That's true. Impossible. I'm just as surprised as Guinevere. The poison strength has increased exponentially. Why? Doesn't take me any time to think before the answer rises in my mind.
The horologium is turning into the Philosopher's Stone.
It's probably because I held the pendant so close to me when I had been speaking with Omnibus. It has been predicted that you would destroy the world after all. Perhaps I should terminate you first? Slowly. Death approaches, only inches away. But still, I glare at Guinevere and spread my arms protectively in front of Saint-Germain.
Always having to be protected doesn't make me look very good.
A figure steps forward from behind me.
Saint-Germain! Van Helsing! Van Helsing! Van Helsing! Van Helsing! Saint-Germain! Saint-Germain! Saint-Germain!
There weren't really many Impy!
No. That's maybe more like Impy? Impy? Impy, what are you doing?
Impy, please stop!
Impy, what the fuck?
I hope y'all are having fun.
Gentlemen should not tremble and frighten his lady's shadow. Besides...
He grins mischievously and continues on.
As a man, I'd like to play the knight who saves the woman I love.
Discord being like...
I'd like to play the knight who saves the woman I love for once. A thing to say in front of Guinevere, of all people.
I feel like the moment you pick up that sword in Dark Souls boss, South Farm appears in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Guinevere kind of looks like a Dark Souls boss.
Yeah, I feel like I was gonna say, I think she is the boss.
Yeah.
And she is the final battle right now, so that's why I need one. Yeah.
And Saint-Germain is the poor player being like, okay, I'm ready for this, my play.
Yeah.
Guinevere, standing in opposition to him, speaks with a note of pity.
It's fine. They both have auto regen and auto Phoenix down on them, so
Oh
or not
man.
Phoenix down, but let's revive.
Oh man. I mean, Phoenix Downs are also revives.
Yeah, but that requires someone else to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Have you lost your mind, Saint-Germain? You won't last much longer.
That goes for both of us, Guinevere. You seem to be near the peak of your exhaustion as well.
Guinevere doesn't reply. She simply looks at Saint-Germain from beneath the armor. Tell me this, before it all ends, why do you protect her?
Because I love her.
It's so ridiculously simple. I can't believe I'm hearing those words coming out of your mouth. I get the sense that Guinevere is smiling behind her armor.
Let me ask you this then. Guinevere, why are you trying to kill her?
It's obvious, because she is the key to disaster. Even if she herself is innocent, we must strike at the root of the sake. Strike at the root for the sake of the correct path. That is Idea's mission. I, in turn, can't believe.
That's my line.
Bah, 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 bah.
Stealing my lines.
I, in turn, can't believe that I'm hearing you say something like that.
Saint-Germain quietly narrows his eyes. When he speaks again, it's as if he is recalling something from the past.
What compelled you to become an apostle of Idea, even if it meant abandoning the peace of death?
Because I wanted to save someone.
That's right. In the past, you wished for the salvation of the man you loved. You said this right in front of me. Perhaps it was because you wanted to save him from the crime he had been accused of. ... And now, here you are trying to kill someone you know to be innocent.
Guinevere hesitates for a moment, but she shakes her head and silently raises her weapon once more. It's too late. I can't put my sword down now. My arm is already up.
The health bars are already showing.
Just screen cap this, put it, like...
Yeah, okay, I can do that. Waiting for Photoshop to load.
First Pokemon trainer, Nemo. Now Dark Souls boss, Guinevere. Guinevere, the Apostle of Idea. Did you already get the screenshot?
I'm waiting for Photoshop to load so I can paste it in.
Okay.
Just to make sure it doesn't
Yep.
somehow disappear.
Yep. Blah, 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 blah. That's what this music sounds like. At least it's not just me doing it.
Yep.
Blah,
This time,
blah, blah,
I
blah,
have
blah,
actually
blah.
played Dark Souls, so I'm like, wait, what the fuck does a Dark Souls health bar look like?
Just bring up Dark Souls boss in Google.
Yeah, I'll do that in a sec.
Did you confirm?
I got
you
the
have-
screen grab anyway.
Okay. I'm an apostle of idea, a leader of destiny and guide of history. Low battery, no!
Oh no. Well, I guess you gotta plug in your controller while I fill in a health bar.
Oh, it's already plugged in.
And why is it low?
Because I just plugged it in when I said, okay, it's plugged in.
Why is it low?
Because I just plugged in! Saint-Germain, I shall kill you and set us all on the correct path. Their eyes meet.
I am no longer one of ideas apostles.
Oh boy.
I'm still laughing now.
I gotta. So I was talking with friend about Pathfinder character,
Mhm.
right? And how we're trying to fill in details. And he was like, yeah, and I forget if you, I forget if I said it, but like I think he mentioned this. And then I just got a message. Oh wait, past me was intentionally vague for story reasons. I'm not willing to retcon this hard. This is what I found. And I'm like, good. D&D DMs being DMs.
D&D, yeah. But you just said it was Pathfinder.
D&DMs.
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 Dungeons and Dungeon Masters.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Pathfinder is basically a D&D 3.5. Because that's literally what it's based off of. At least the version that we're currently playing is based off of.
It's the version you're gonna be playing based off of.
Pathfinder 2 is just Pathfinder, but different. Like, one of the things is, know how in the game we're currently playing in D&D, the 5e, you have a bonus action, an action, and a movement that you can. In Pathfinder 2, you have 3 actions that you can spend doing whatever you want. So an action could be your movement, an action could be attacking. So if you're standing in place, you could attack 3 times, and that's valid. So it's different.
What is this?
What is this?
What do they use? I guess this is close enough.
They use Dark Souls fonts. I don't know. You could probably Google what font does Dark Souls bosses use.
Probably.
Did you read this? I already forgotten.
I shall protect her as a solitary person.
The two of them leapt at one another at the same time. Look at this. Look at all the broken watches. Look at that armor. Look at it and love it. Look at the cape the armor has. And how dramatic it is.
Come on, you two. Wouldn't it be fun to cosplay these two? Maybe with less murder of each other.
They clash, each attempting to take the other's life, putting everything they have into a single blow. Neither Saint-Germain nor Guinevere, though her face is hidden under her armor, have any hatred towards the other. They simply live by different standards. All I can do is have faith that the man who is putting his life on the line will save me. Ah!
Ah!
Oh, I heard it!
Sorry, I was messing with font.
No, you're fine. You're trying to Dark Souls Guinevere. Got it.
I'm almost there.
Good! I will be happy to see that in a general chat.
In just a moment.
Or no, actually not in general chat. What am I talking about? In art share. Remaining steadfast to his convictions, Saint-Germain swings his silver blade. Now we're cool with a bloody romance. Then We're an hour and a half in. ... Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. The combatants have exchanged the greatest blows that they could muster. Eventually, ever so slowly, Guinevere sways and falls to one side. Her armor makes a loud clatter as she crashes to the ground. She lies there, motionless. At first, I can only stare at her in shock, but gradually relief begins to emerge in my heart.
Did he win?
Nah, I'm gonna think it's gonna be a draw. I look over at Saint-Germain. I finally notice that something is wrong.
Saint-Germain? What?
Saint-Germain collapses to the ground. I rush towards him, then cover my mouth in horror as soon as I see his body.
Can't be.
He's not merely wounded. An enormous gash has been hideously carved into his side. No matter how I look at it, it's clear that he will not survive this. But even in this condition, he looks at me with a smile.
Looks like this is the end of the road for me.
I don't know what to say in response, and my lips tremble.
I have one last favor to ask of you. Will you smile for me?
I take a breath, then wipe away my tears. I don't know if I can smile, but if that's what Saint-Germain wants...
Is this good? Am I smiling enough?
Yes, it's wonderful. I love you and your smile.
Those are Saint-Germain's last words.
Saint-Germain?
He doesn't respond. I want to keep smiling, but it's becoming difficult.
I can't bear this. Saint-Germain.
The words tumble from my quivering lips, out of my control.
There's no point in anything if you're not alive! There's no point if you're not with me!
Unable to contain my emotion, I embrace him as tightly as I can. Maybe if I do this... If I can stop his body from turning cold. How long? How long do I cry? My heart grows numb from the fatigue and sorrow. I hear the sound of a wheelchair. It must be Omnibus. But I don't even feel like raising my head.
I suppose my predictions don't always come true.
Although she speaks with her usual tone, but her voice is tinged with a hint of pity.
Looks like a draw. But the two of you did most assuredly defeat Guinevere. It's no use now.
Saint-Germain has died, leaving me with little reason to live.
AC, you still have your whole quest to find your dad and everything. Actually, no, I guess not, because he's dead.
Yeah,
Never mind.
He's dead, and your
You
brother's
still
dead.
have all your friends.
No reason to live.
Oh no! the love of my life. I have no other relationships of any meaning in my life.
Not at all. What's the point in being friends with Lupin and Impy and Victor and Van Helsing if Saint-Germain is dead?
It's not like I got lectured over being a bad friend for not confiding in them and trusting them and being with them and all of that earlier. No, no, no. I have no reason to live anymore.
I continue to embrace him as I look up at Omnibus. Her eyes are filled with kindness, making it impossible to hate her.
Omnibus.
After some silence, the words that escape me are as heavy as lead.
You know everything, don't you? Then there's one thing I want to know. I'm a monster and dull, but if I die, will I be able to go to the same place as Saint-Germain?
Omnibus stares at me for some time, then slowly replies.
Yes, I'm sure.
She looks so sad when she answers. It makes me so happy. Even if it is a lie. Right now, it's all I need to hear to be saved. She looks at me as if deep in thought for a moment, then speaks.
There is another path I can show you.
No! No! I don't even have the strength to reply and simply continue staring at her.
Music has distorted right then, and I'm like, Discord also hates this idea.
Idea?
Yeah, hates idea. Exactly. Discord's also like, no, AC, don't fucking do it. No idea. AC, join idea. I'm prepared to welcome you as an apostle, since I just lost my strongest too.
Well, lost more than that.
Yes, but the two strongest especially.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And just lost.
Yeah.
Additionally lost like 4 others.
Yeah.
So that's 6 out of 13.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just lost half of my apostles, and 2 of them were the top 2, and I'm really hurting for recruiting right now, so why don't you come join me? What? This incident has cost me many of my apostles, and you have the potential to become a member of Idea. I shall put you under my watch, and when the time comes, I will take your life for you. Until then, will you let me be the keeper of your life? No.
My first reaction is a decline. I want to ask her to kill me right here, on the spot. But the weight of Saint-Germain's body in my arms won't let me. Saint-Germain's wish that I keep smiling echoes in my mind. As I continue to embrace his body, I smile back at his still smiling face.
Saint-Germain, it's all right. I won't do anything to make you sad.
After a moment of silence, I look up at Omnibus again.
All right. AC, you just said you wouldn't do anything to make him sad. Do you not understand that he would be sad if you join a Idea after all he just did? What? Okay, I guess I just won't read my line.
No, you read the line.
No, I'll just mess with Photoshop some more.
No, read the line! We're almost
Hey.
2 hours in!
For now, will you let me have some time alone with him?
She looks at me as if about to say something, but she decides not to reply. She nods, then appears to say something to Guinevere's body nearby. Then she leaves. Still smiling. That's not how dead bodies work? Well...
Well, okay, so he has been a soul placed into a body that was unmoving, so I don't know that we can say that he has normal rigor mortis either.
Yeah, because, like, that's... You're basically just a walking corpse at that point.
Like, Saint-Germain walking around is how dead bodies work.
Yeah, magic.
To be fair.
Just magic.
Are you saying magic is a dead body? That's weird.
Well, I don't
I would
know.
hope not.
Patchouli might be dead this entire time.
Secretly, Patchouli's just been a necromancer.
I don't know. Has Patchouli actually healed us?
Yeah. Patchouli healed Einram like that first time, right? I think. This game is very odd. Yes, I love it. It's a great game. It's got great aesthetic and great art.
I don't remember
ridiculous
Patchouli
stories.
ever healing us. Only saying that they would heal us.
I think Patchouli has healed Einram that first day when he was like poisoned and everything. Not first day, second day, during the prison break.
I don't think I don't remember. Nothing.
I know Patchouli healed. She healed.
Oh, that's true.
She healed Ron.
She
Also during the prison break.
Oh, she did heal Ron, and she did heal the prison keeper using greater restoration. But I don't. Has Patchouli used healing word or cure wounds on the party?
I think she has on Einram.
Nothing remains but silence. I embrace him even more tightly.
Saint-Germain, there's so much I want to tell you. I just want to follow you now. Tell you everything.
If this is the conclusion, then I must accept it. And even if it's impossible now... He couldn't regurgitate, and none of you are interested in doing it for him.
Yeah.
Until the day comes when I can smile from the bottom of my heart, as Saint-Germain wishes.
I think perhaps we could argue that as a doctor, she was doing some preventative medicine to prevent us from having to regurgitate.
This is just reminding me of the Final Fantasy or MMO saying, but I know it from Final Fantasy 14. The only hit point that matters is the last one. Because as long as you're alive, I can just heal you back up. It's fine. I'll continue.
Yeah?
I'll continue living. A cold wind blows through the night air, passing by a hill that overlooks London. I'm alone on this hill, looking down on the countless lights that adorn the city. The London nightscape looks like a starry sky from this vantage point. But the lights of Saint-Germain's mansion no longer number among those stars. I frown to myself at finding myself searching for them, then gently close my eyes. ... How many years has it been since I was last in London? I wonder what Lupin and the others are up to now. I wonder if they have all been able to return to where each of them were meant to be. After I was separated from the others in that forest, I've never attempted to contact them, not even once.
Lupin is like, what the fuck? I gave you a whole lecture on how I can't help someone who doesn't trust her friends. And then what do? You never talk to us again. We helped you, and then you never talk to us again.
It would be dangerous to establish communication with them. Contact with outsiders must be kept to a minimum unless necessary for a mission. Part of Saint-Germain's mission was to interact with people, so he was operating under an exemption, whatever. But we apostles...
Exception. That actually is basically the same thing.
Tomato, potato.
Yeah.
But we apostles of idea, working in the shadows of history, must abide by this rule of solitude. And what's more, I don't want my friends to see what has become of me. It would be easiest for me if they could simply believe that I was dead. In reality, I'm as good as dead in any case.
You know, how exactly has she become like an apostle of idea? Like, does she have otherwise the immortality everyone else had, or did Omnibus just go, well, you're already a homunculus, you can just keep your homunculus body?
That's a question that this game probably doesn't answer.
I don't think it does. However, because if she has no soul, then she can't have immortality the way everyone else had immortality, because Omnibus was like, all right, let me take your soul out of your dead dying body and stick it in like a new puppet body thing so that you can run around, and then that body will just keep healing and whatever. But like, Omnibus told AC, oh, your father never succeeded in creating a soul, so you don't have a soul. So she can't take the soul from AC and like stick it in a body, right? And can Omnibus apply her like revitalizing magic immortality stuff on AC's homunculus body?
Possibly. My main assignments right now are to assist the other apostles on their own missions. There is so much for me to do, from gathering information to covertly breaking into secure locations. It's ironic that what Lupin and the others have taught me is helping me now.
I don't know. You wanna read?
I mean, I assume it's gonna be Omnibus.
You wanna read?
I assume it's gonna be Omnibus.
You wanna read until it's proven? Because I've had so many more lines.
Feeling nostalgic.
Hmm?
Turn around at a sudden voice. Oh! Wait! What?
I was trying not to spoil.
Wait! What? How?
Omnibus controls her immortality. She whispered something to Guinevere's lifeless form at the end.
I hate this game. Guinevere is standing behind me with her helmet off.
So you're enjoying this game a lot. Nostalgic? What do you mean?
You lived in London with your friends. I thought you might be indulging in reliving some memories.
Yes. In a sense, I suppose I am feeling somewhat homesick.
It would be a lie to say that I didn't want to see them again. I never told any of them about me or Saint-Germain. I know... if we were truly friends, then I would probably be obliged to give them a proper update about my situation. But we weren't really friends in the first place.
I'm an apostle of idea now. Unnecessary contact is unacceptable.
I say this firmly, and Guinevere nods. It was none of my business, Sorry for asking.
No, it's all right. I don't have time to spend reminiscing about the past anyway. We have another big mission waiting for us.
I check to see that I have everything I need, then look back out over London. I'm teaming up with Guinevere for this mission. A scientist who would plunge the world into great chaos is making preparations within the city.
Victor?
We've been ordered to assassinate the scientist and completely destroy his research. It doesn't really look like you've gotten used to these missions yet.
You're right. And there's still a lot weighing on my mind. But I think I need to become accustomed to this new way of life.
I watch as Guinevere tilts her head, then I smile.
I will obey Omnibus's orders, now that I'm part of IDEA. But I will be the one to decide how to carry out my missions. If I find anyone like me who falls outside of the correct path, I want to give them the chance to be saved.
You're saying that you'll do this? Even if it means disobeying Omnibus?
I have no intention of disobeying her, but Omnibus is not always correct.
Her predictions can be incorrect too. Saint-Germain gave his life to prove this to me.
And her. To prove this to her. She's the one who needed convincing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That is why, if there's something I disagree with, I'll bring it up with Omnibus. I will observe the situation for myself and make a decision. I don't think the other apostles will take a liking to this method. But that's how I intend to be an apostle.
That seems very like you. Guinevere nods slightly, then looks up at the stars in the sky. The real stars. Well then, shall we get started?
Yes. Guinevere, you can just wait for me to contact you, as usual.
Be careful. I nod in response, then start walking towards London. Long ago, I walked along this path with Lupin and Impy. Then I met Victor, Van Helsing, and Saint-Germain. Every step I take causes different memories to surface. All the adventures I had with my friends, and with Saint-Germain, who apparently is not a part of my friends.
Hey, didn't you know that you can't be friends with your lover? It's not allowed by mononormativity.
Can I slap it?
Can you slap? What?
Yes.
A mononormativity? Yeah, go for it.
That day, when Saint-Germain tried to kill me under orders from IDEA, the moment we decided to fight our fates together. When Saint-Germain showed me what it was like to feel a person's warmth, despite it hurting him.
Tut.
I wipe away a single tear from the corner of my eye before it can fall. I stop in my tracks and look up at the sky to keep more tears from following. The stars shine just as brightly as when Saint-Germain and I had looked up at them.
Saint-Germain. Someday, when I've finished all my missions and I'm able to fall into an eternal sleep, welcome me with a smile.
When the time comes, I want to be able to tell you how hard I've been working. That the life he saved wasn't put to waste. I want to honor his wish that I keep smiling. I fix my face into a mask-like smile and slowly begin walking once more.
Yep, totally what Saint-Germain would have wanted. Mm-hmm.
Number 3.
Yep.
Ah.
Hey, look. Fingers.
Fingers! pictures! No! I was supposed to go into the memory trunk real quick.
And I'm trying to finish this thingy real quick.
Events.
Just
Is there any good no. Oh, here's a picture of Herlock. I don't think there's any like this is probably the
go back.
go back. Like, and then there's this, but this is
Yeah. Oh, hey, it said 666 on her sleeve the whole time. Little did we know.
Oh, yeah, it does, huh? Huh.
What was the one after this one? No, that's the normal clothes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, let me find the AC outfit.
Yeah, and everything else is like...
Even though technically she's named Cardia, but whatever. AC outfit. Okay, I'll just copy the one from the wiki.
Are we going back in for round 2?
Yeah.
Looks like 999 to me. She's the 666 homunculus.
Yeah, she is technically number 666. I guess it's just because it looks like 999 in the image.
Yeah.
I guess it was still
999's
kind of a spoiler.
999's a different game.
That is a different game. But perhaps equally terrifying.
You know... Truth. Hopefully I can skip some things.
You can.
Cool.
I'm just trying to finish this little section. Okay. All right. I'll accept your terms. That's what it takes to save Saint-Germain. I'm not going to complain.
Yes, you will.
All right. I posted the normal picture of AC in the fancier outfit. How's that one?
We have gotten... Oh, sorry.
So many weird, tiny little snippets of this game since y'all started playing this. I love this game. I love it so much.
It is...
Saint-Germain is one of my preferred routes. Victor, who's next, is my favorite route.
And then we have Lupin, who is the
true
route,
end.
Which is...
He is true end. He has...
That picture that we just unlocked is every time you get a normal or good end, like the picture...
On a different character.
On different characters, like, once you get all 4 of the pictures, then you unlock the Lupin route.
Yes. If you couldn't tell, that looked like Lupin underneath, but you have to unlock him piece by piece.
It's actually...
This game is like weird and kind of funky in that way, but I love it a lot.
I mean, you thought we had to get the good ends, and we were both like, oh, when it unlocked at the normal.
Yeah, apparently the normal's sufficient.
I mean, as long as you get a non-bad end.
Yeah.
It's actually...
As long as you reach an end that's not bad.
An exceptional offer, considering the way I acted towards her. I nod and Omnibus's gaze softened slightly. She truly looks like a grandmother watching her grandchild grow.
Person who has ever compelled me to compromise this far. Saint-Germain is a lucky man to be loved so much. shall take you to Saint-Germain now.
The instant Omnibus says this, the area around us becomes veiled in whiteness. By defeating Guinevere, we'll be able to overturn Omnibus's prediction. Even though I'm faced with an impossible task,
You can see Saint-Germain.
what is the skip button again?
For you, it's maybe...
Why?
Why? Sorry, I'm like, I always change mine, so I don't know. Almost done. Almost done with this.
Yeah, we're almost done with this route.
Yeah.
Maybe I am an Elder Ace, because I could perfectly cosplay Omnibus tomorrow if I needed to.
I mean... Also good, perhaps.
I actually don't know. Can I hit skip from this point?
I believe so.
Whee! Oh,
Okay,
man.
ran it. Did you not cry?
I didn't cry. Well, actually, I
Congratulations.
was pretty close to crying quite a few times.
Sorry, I didn't do the dramatic AC, desperate. We can go home together, and you can cook to make it up for me. Van Helsing.
Who am I
Van
gonna
Helsing, you can't be dead.
Who am I gonna have ice cream with? Both
Yeah.
of them swing their weapons and they come to a complete stop. A single blow with all their might. A single blow to end it all. Who will be the victor?
Victor will be the victor. Who else is supposed to be Victor? What?
AC's supposed to be Victor.
What?
And I don't know if you want to be cosplaying actual Eve. You know, the Christians might come for you for more reasons now.
What's wrong with that? Sorry, I'm checking one final thing.
What are you possibly checking?
I'm almost done.
Does this rival Pokemon Trainer Nemo?
You tell me.
Well, I can't tell you.
You can in a sec.
1 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi.
Sorry, it's loading. It's uploading. So you tell me.
Which
Does it rival Pokemon Trainer Nemo?
which Dark Souls UI is that?
I don't know. I never played any of them.
Oh, that's a
I
pretty good
I
one.
stole. I stole the lower
I'm
health bar from Dark Souls 2. It looks like.
I'm wondering for the top one because
Top
it has
one
2 lines, so it can't be 3.
comes
It might have
from.
been 1 or Demon Souls or something.
Which one was that? Which one did I steal for that?
Oh,
That
that's
is
oh.
It says DS2. It's someone's random screenshot on Twitter.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
You want me to show you the tweet?
No, hold on. Yep. That's it. Dark Souls 2.
I think the real tragedy is that I turned Nemo into a Pokemon trainer. I've turned Guinevere into a Dark Souls boss, apparently. But I didn't do anything to Alistair.
You
He's
did,
shit.
yeah. You did nothing to Alistair.
I can't. All right, what
What would
kind of
Alistair
video game?
be?
What kind of video game enemy is Alistair? I guess I got to do that next.
No, we gotta read these lines.
Good.
Saint-Germain takes a staggering step and groans. I gasp.
Saint-Germain?
No, not Saint-Germain. I can't help but run towards him.
It's just a scratch.
You know
Ah,
what this means? Even in the good end, she fucking lied to him. She's just like,
oh yeah.
yeah, no, we can live together happily. I
Well,
didn't promise to tear my own heart out of my own chest. What?
I also love how when you said Saint-Germain, the caption was like Spider-Man.
Yeah, we're dating Spider-Man. See, Royce, don't you want to cosplay Spider-Man apparently? That would be so funny if you cosplayed Saint Germain and walked around and people are like,
Who are you,
who are you
Spider-Man?
supposed to be? Spider-Man. Yep. And Guinevere?
Guinevere turns to face us. Her eyes seem to narrow behind her visor upon seeing Saint-Germain and I leaning against each other. It's as if she was being reminded of a memory from long ago. Brilliantly done. With just this, she slowly topples to the ground.
Did you win?
I'm in shock as Saint-Germain nods.
Yes, it was certainly a close call. But it's not over yet.
He sighs heavily, then walks over to Guinevere with a great determination.
Saint Germain?
He extends his blade from his sleeve once more, then silently points it at the armored woman. It shines coldly in the night.
I have to put an end to her, to be sure. It's not that I don't trust Omnibus. It's just that I actually do not trust Omnibus. But she didn't exactly specify what our conditions were for victory.
A cold light shines in his eyes. In a moment, he will likely run Guinevere through with his sword. More blood spilled, more lives lost. All because of my selfishness. But it can't be right. Just as Saint Germain said, what we had to do to defeat Guinevere was never spelled out, but we have won this battle. That is an undeniable fact. As of now, Saint Germain's survival should be assured. So there's no reason for Guinevere to lose her life.
Saint Germain. Wait, there's something important I need to tell you.
I'm a liar, liar, my pants are on fire.
Yeah.
You can tell me later. Right now, I need to deal with this threat lying before us.
Please listen.
Listen!
Hey, listen.
My,
Hey, listen.
my words are quiet but forceful. Perhaps that's why Saint Germain seems to pick up on something and carefully stows his blade as he turns back to me.
You see, I have to go away very soon. I promised Omnibus.
I try my best to keep my voice from trembling while I piece my words together.
Yes, So the two of us can be together.
We can't.
What do you mean?
I couldn't bring myself to tell you. There are actually two conditions that need to be met to ensure your survival.
Dot, dot.
The first being that you defeat Guinevere, and the second is for me to destroy the Horologium with my own hands.
I can't keep my voice from trembling when the truth comes out. I feel as if all the warmth is leaving my body. Now, more than ever, now that Saint-Germain's and my hearts are one, I'm afraid to die. The conclusion that I had wished for is right before me, but I'm afraid to take that final step.
What? If you break the horologium, you will die.
I know.
You're saying you would give your own life in order for me to live.
That's right.
I can't stand the pain in Saint-Germain's eyes. I begin to talk as if trying to distract him from it all.
You've risked your life so many times for me.
I continue speaking clumsily, hoping to make his pain go away.
I love you. All that matters to me is that you're alive. So, don't look at me like that, Saint-Germain.
Sadness is so overpowering that the smile I try to force on my face is completely ruined.
How could I accept that? There is no way I would let that happen.
Saint-Germain shouts in agony. Because the emotion in his words is so great, it makes the silence that follows all the more deafening. It's as if the silence is a reflection of our despair. I hear the sound of a wheelchair. I stiffen, then Saint-Germain steps forward to protect me.
It's over.
In a moment, Omnibus appears in front of us. And several figures are standing behind her. All of them are wearing deeply hooded robes, hiding their faces completely.
Yeah, as the two strongest, Saint-Germain and Guinevere had special outfit privileges, but I guess everyone else has to be dressed like that, apparently.
No, they got main character powers.
Yeah, it's the two strongest.
Mm.
I mean, that's why they're main characters. It's because they're the strongest.
Or are they the strongest because they're main characters?
Yes. Both.
What? You've brought the other apostles now.
What?
I freeze at Saint-Germain's words.
Miss Stacy, please run.
As Saint-Germain steps forward, I grab his hand, and I shake my head.
Stacy.
He probably knows too. If he tries to fight now, the results are obvious.
It's just time for me to keep my promise.
Omnibus signals for the figures behind her to stay put, then slowly approaches us.
A wise decision. Whether you run or fight, you'll end up in the same place.
She wears her usual smile, which almost feels kindly in these circumstances. I search for the right words, trying to hide my fear so that Saint-Germain won't sense how scared I am.
So you've come to ensure that I break the horologium.
Omnibus silently nods.
Keep your end of the promise first. We defeated Guinevere, as promised. Save him. Save Saint-Germain. So you're putting him above all else. How brave.
She begins to speak with a touch of kindliness.
Saint-Germain, this is my promise to her. I will allow you to continue living.
Oh, wait. I don't want to be saved if the cost is her life. That's not what I desire at all. I fought for her happiness.
Saint-Germain tries to approach Omnibus.
Your desires don't have a place in our negotiation.
However, the other apostles seize Saint-Germain and throw him to the ground, pinning him there.
Please, let me go. I said let go!
Saint-Germain has lost all of his usual grace at this moment. But it's Saint-Germain's desperation that removes any fear from my heart.
Saint-Germain, thank you. I would happily die for you.
My trembling has ceased, and I'm able to smile naturally.
That I was even capable of having the emotion to return your love. That by itself makes me so happy. I can say with complete confidence that I'm not a monster or a doll. I'm a human being, able to love another person. Miss AC.
As soon as I finish speaking, Omnibus carefully places her hand over Saint-Germain. Saint-Germain's body glows faintly, and his wounds begin to disappear, one by one.
Germain, thank her. I have just given you another life. However, you are leaving Idea, so this life has its limits. I will allow you to keep your healing and regenerative powers. Live your limited life to its fullest to repay her generosity.
Omnibus glances at Saint-Germain as the apostles release him. Then she hands me a beautifully ornate dagger. It's a strange knife with a blade that gives off a faint white glow.
There's a horologium with that, and everything will end. All right.
I look over at Saint-Germain in an attempt to bid him farewell, but he simply looks down limply. His silence hurts a little, but I sigh, then pull the dagger out in front of me. I point the blade at the horologium.
Thank you. And I love you, Saint-Germain.
I pull the dagger towards me without hesitation. However, blood drips onto the ground. But it's not mine.
Saint-Germain, why?
The blood is running from Saint-Germain's hand, from where he grabbed the dagger's blade.
I don't know what's right anymore. How to atone for the crimes I've committed, or what justice is, what I am myself. I don't know anything anymore. There's just one thing that is unmistakably clear. No matter what I do or what happens, I don't want to lose you.
His hand continues to bleed. The vivid scarlet shocks me, and I accidentally drop the dagger. It falls to the ground. What happens next is what I would expect. The apostles surround us instantly.
It's like, yes, it's a good thing that she was like, heal Saint-Germain first. Oh, okay, he's gonna immediately launch himself forward to
Uh-huh.
cut his hand through. I see. Then, I suppose the only way is for us to do the deed for you.
Please, wait. Please, don't kill her.
Our terms were non-negotiable.
Please, give me more time.
He cries desperately.
I swear I will find a way for her to live without the horologium. It wouldn't be too late to break the horologium after that. Please, please, don't take her from me. Please.
He's begging. His usual calm, collected demeanor is nowhere to be seen. This is the first time I've ever seen Saint-Germain so desperate.
Please, don't take her from me. I finally found someone I care deeply for. She's my purpose for living. Please, Omnibus.
Tears stream down his cheek. Omnibus stares intently at him. I'm the luckiest person in the world to be loved so deeply by someone. I'm about to stop Saint-Germain to tell him that he doesn't have to do this. I'd like to ask you as well, Omnibus. Her voice is quiet but clear. I look over to see a beautiful woman in armor with her helmet off. Guinevere. The sorrow in her expression. It makes it hard to believe that this is the same person who had so viciously been fighting Saint-Germain earlier. Her eyes, colored with sadness, fall upon me. Your predictions have always been truth. They are the only thing that can guide humanity. But she shattered your prediction. I feel that she alone has the right to reject your prophecies. Omnibus neither agrees nor disagrees and closes her eyes. Then she sighs deeply and slowly.
Easy. Allow me to thank you. What do you want to do? What do I want?
There's no question about it. No question, but if I tell her, will she already know what will become of my desires?
I want...
I can die for him. That's the truth. But I know somewhere in my mind that this will not lead to his happiness. If he and I both love each other the same amount, just as my happiness is his happiness, I feel that my voice may be too soft, but the soft voice seems to wake something within my heart.
Live.
Putting it into words makes it into an undeniable hope. I look straight at Omnibus. Strangely, her all-seeing gaze doesn't frighten me right now.
I don't care what lies ahead of us. I want to live. I want to live along with Saint-Germain.
I answer her with total honesty. Omnibus narrows her eyes. She seems like she is remembering something from the distinct past?
Yep, the distinct past. Distinctly before this moment. You know, unlike Olympia Soiree, where I showed you the screen
Oh my gosh.
capture of the... They're literally in the scene, and 3 lines later, she got a flashback about the line he just said.
Like his last words.
Yeah. Literally the thing he said 2 seconds ago. Flashback! Omnibus is remembering something from the distinctly before this moment past. It is not from the same scene. Then, why don't you try it?
Her voice sounds far away, like Satan's right now. It doesn't feel like my wish has been granted.
Do whatever you can to find a way for you to live without the horologium. Are you sure?
I timidly ask her.
We'll lose even more apostles if we have to go up against both Guinevere and Saint-Germain. It would be impractical for Idea to have to deal with further losses.
While her words seem to imply cold calculation, I sense a different sort of emotion emanating from her.
But if you ultimately find that it is impossible to destroy the horologium, I will come after you once again. I take it you're prepared to face that.
Although I hesitate, I gently take Saint-Germain's hand. At first, my grip is weak. My hands hold him tighter and tighter as I savor this newfound hope.
Stacey. I know.
We both see the same light in each other's eyes.
What will the 2 of you bring forth into this world? For now, I'll watch you from a distance.
After she says this, Omnibus becomes a blur, no longer clearly visible. Then she melts into the darkness and disappears. The other apostles become blurs as well and vanish into the darkness. Then even Guinevere, who had remained until the end, slowly begins to disappear.
Guinevere, thank you for helping us.
I merely spoke the truth. It's funny that I would say this now, after trying to kill you, but I feel the same way as Omnibus. It's like a part of me would be saved if the 2 of you could find happiness. Then she vanishes as well. The 2 of us are left alone on Tower Bridge. I can see the sun rising along the horizon. We look at one another and I notice something. I hastily pick up my gloves and put them on. Then Saint-Germain smiles and gently pulls me towards him. The rising sun is quick to chase the darkness away, giving us lights. The sun brings with it a new day for London. We lean against each other, feeling one another's presence ever more strongly as we stand in the morning light.
How proper of you to pick up your gloves. I didn't want to get carried away in my happiness and accidentally melt you. Was that funny?
No, I'm just happy. Happy that I'm able to feel so close to you right now in this moment. In all the thousands of years I've lived, I've never experienced a morning as wonderful as this. This is how I want to live from now on, with you by my side. I want to see many beautiful things with you. I want to see where our path takes us, walking alongside you.
Discord, why are you making Satan quiet?
Because my throat is shot from screaming as Saint-Germain.
Nope, now you're loud.
Oh, that's because I spoke up more.
Mm.
Let me try to get the vocal cords working again.
With you, my beloved. Together forever.
His words are filled with warmth. He probably has a smile on his face right now. Not the mysterious dark smile from when we first met, but a smile as warm as the rising sun and overflowing with joy.
Credits!
We did it! Woo!
We did it! We still have a final scene to get through.
Yeah. We have the epilogue that we had in the
Look how good he looks, Royce. You wanna cosplay this,
You want to be
Look
that
for-
dapper, right?
right? Totally.
Oh, there's the outfit slightly in the
Mm-hmm. In that
reflection.
CG.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reflection. Yeah. I mean, he's kind of covering part of it, but
Yeah, but that's it. One more route's finished.
except for the epilogue.
Okay, but like,
You're making it sound up like we're wrapping up and we're about to end. No, we still have another scene. to
okay,
get through.
bye. Boop.
No, see the epilogue.
But I mean, still, it is a route finished. We did it. You should be happy.
We did it. Are you gonna sing the "We Did It" song?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm not doing that.
All right, fine. We'll just watch the credits. All the pretty CGs and everything. That's fine.
It's a thing. But hey, we only have like what, 2 more routes to go, and then we finish this game. We'll be done it so soon, right? Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
This marks roughly 60%. Woo. We're finally more than halfway done with this game.
And we've been getting all the endings,
We have been.
which is more than some games we played.
We try.
We try.
Well, we try at least to get all the routes.
Yeah.
We don't always try to get all the endings.
But like, we can easily get it on the way here.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly moving her wheelchair, she carefully prunes the trees in her garden with her shears. She makes the rounds in her garden in a leisurely manner, unconcerned with time. Omnibus decides that all her trees are in order and nods in satisfaction.
Should do it.
A slight breeze sets off a gentle whisper among the treetops. The birds contribute their unchanging song to this uneventful afternoon. This place will never change. There is no night, no rainfall. This moment, an early spring afternoon, will remain forever unless she allows it to change. She lets a small sigh escape her. Just like this place, she had thought that her own way of thinking would never change as well. However,
How strange.
her heart, which has never wavered for several millennia, has been moved.
I
suppose those two have had an impact on me.
Guinevere had asked her a question the other day. Why did she let the two of them live? She could... Ooh. She could have broken her promise and killed the both of them. Omnibus repeats the answer she gave to Guinevere, speaking only to herself now.
I was reminded of the past. A past long, long ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Is that where Eden is?
At some time in the distant past, she had been in love. Even though he had been punished by God because of her and banished from an eternal paradise, he still loved her. In the thousands of years of her life, that was the only time that she had loved. A woman whose very existence is sin, and the man who loved her despite that.
Comments? Questions?
Perhaps she
Concerns?
saw something of her past love reflected in those two.
Christian ranting?
Just like Guinevere. Stop it! Omnibus remembers what had transpired and smiles to herself. She was actually happy that her prediction had not come true. Because she has been leading humanity for so long, she knows better than anyone else. No matter how hard Idea struggles, humanity will eventually come to ruins, never achieving salvation. But even this prediction of destruction might be false, just as those two overturned what had been predicted for them. A peaceful afternoon, eternally unchanging. A slight breeze sets off a gentle whisper along the treetops. The birds contribute their unchanging song to this uneventful afternoon. But something has changed, just slightly. The heart of the one who resides here. She smiles, then begins pruning the trees once more. She thinks about where those two might be traveling right now. I feel like the gentle breeze carries with it the sound of laughter, and stop to listen. It's early afternoon with a comfortable breeze blowing. The soft sunlight paints the field of grass with its peaceful rays.
What is it, Miss AC?
Royce, don't you want to look like this?
So dapper.
Look at the hat.
Giant feathers.
Look at that hat.
It's a pretty good hat. It's a pretty good outfit. Could be you.
We've walked a long way today. Shall we take a break?
Oh, no. I think I can still walk for a while. But I'm sure we can stop to eat soon. That would be a good chance to rest our feet.
I answer his question, then take in the sights around me. It's already been over 6 months since the intense battle with Guinevere. Saint-Germain and I have been traveling the world, leading a sort of nomadic life. We promised Omnibus back then that we would find a way for me to live without the horlogium. We must go around to different regions in order to gather the knowledge of alchemy needed to do so.
Even though you were living with, like, the world's top alchemist.
Shush. Not important. We don't talk to them anymore after they got lost in the forest.
Oh, Saint-Germain? How about we rest in the shade of that tree?
That would probably be nice and cool. Why don't we have a light snack there?
Saint-Germain smiles at me as I take a seat. The smiles that have been on his face are so different from what they used to be. They are real, peaceful smiles that come from the bottom of his heart. Just looking at his face fills my heart with a warm feeling. I want to continue traveling forever alongside the smile.
And you yawning.
It's true. Right now, I think I'm generally enjoying this journey with Saint-Germain.
I mean, when we first set off, I did cause a lot of trouble for him.
Not just Saint-Germain.
I don't know why that was a spoken line, but okay.
When I declared that I would be going on a journey, Lupin and the others were all very concerned because they had just gotten back from the forest.
Dog.
The source of their worry wasn't that I was leaving, but that I was leaving with Saint-Germain. Are you going away with Saint-Germain? Are you serious? Count. Looking back on all you've done, it isn't that easy to trust you.
I heard that you had good reason to try to kill her. But still.
The reactions were expected, considering everything that had happened. That day, when we told everyone that we would be leaving on a journey together, Lupin and the others were all unanimously vocal about their disapproval. Saint-Germain apologized to them all, and I tried my best to smooth things over, but it still took some time before everyone was convinced. You and Sainty G are going on a honeymoon? I'm so jealous! Impy was the only one who was supportive in his own way.
In his own way. ...
The wind makes the leaves above us rustle. The gentle light flickering through them creates uneven shadows all over us.
It's already been a month since we were last in London. Lupin and Impy said that they would be going to Wales, right?
Yes. If all has gone well, they should have finished things up by now and will be back in London. But knowing those two, I think they've gotten themselves in some sort of trouble.
That's definitely a possibility.
It's in times like these that we always start talking about our friends.
That we don't talk to anymore. I heard that Victor opened a clinic. I wonder how that's going.
He's friendly and well liked by me. I'm sure he's doing fine.
We munch on our sandwiches as we reminisce about the past. We spent a lot of time together, but with the departure of Saint-Germain and myself, everyone else has started down their own path. As I just said, Lupin and Impy have remained based out of London, but go to the east and west in search of something. Victor had opened an affordable clinic in the poorest part of London. And as for the two that remain, Van Helsing and Delhi, well, I'm not sure how it happened, but the two of them are going around finding surviving vampires and bringing them to safety. The Destroyer and the Destroyed. I don't know what Van Helsing and Delhi discussed or what conclusions they arrived at. I hope that the two of them are doing well, and I gulp down the rest of my sandwich.
2 more months until we can see everyone else again.
Do you miss them?
Of course.
We've all started going our separate ways, but every once in a while, we try to meet up at Saint-Germain's mansion. Our next reunion will be in 2 months. Can't wait until then. I glance over at Saint-Germain, thinking that he must be feeling the same way, but...
See. So you're not happy to be traveling with me?
What? That's not true. I love traveling with you too.
Two, you say?
He laughs jokingly, but his heart doesn't seem to be in it. Having spent so much time with him, I'm now able to tell what Saint-Germain is thinking from subtle changes in his face. The face he's making now probably means that he's a little upset.
Ways to talk about people. It doesn't sit right with you that they make you forget about your lover, who is sitting right in front of you.
Saint-Germain?
He smiles, then gently nudges me with his shoulder and puts an arm around my waist. I see a hint of something in his eyes, telling me that he's sulking a bit.
Every time I feel this way, I begin to think the same thing. That I wish you would be thinking of me, and only me. That I might as well become a yandere character that I narrowly avoided being, so that I can always have you by my side to love.
Dot. Dot. Dot.
What he says makes me smile.
Not me. There's no need for you to do that.
Really?
Because I'll never leave your side again. I already belong to you, just like you belong to me.
Sorry, that's not how relationships work.
What?
Saint-Germain gives a small sigh of relief at my words.
Please prove it to me.
Huh?
At that moment, something brushes against my lips, just for an instant.
Brushes. Instant. CG. That looks a little bit more than a soft brush for an instant.
Yeah. It's soft and gentle, much like when I touched Saint-Germain's cheek before, but even warmer. But the sensation goes away before I can fully understand what exactly happened.
What?
Oh? Is that not satisfying?
That's not the point! Did you just...
Yes, I did. I just kissed you.
Why would you... My body still has the poison.
You're right. It was only for an instant, but my lips are stinging.
I can't believe that Saint-Germain acts like this wasn't a big deal. Still thrown off by the sensation that remains on my lips, I stare at Saint-Germain as he slowly whispers to me.
This is something that neither Imri, nor Van Helsing, nor Victor, and not even Lupin could do, isn't it? I am the only one who can do this.
He's so proud of himself.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, only me. I am so good at this. Like, oh
At
my
the
God.
kissing thing.
Yep.
The only person in this world you can kiss, except for all of the other current ID apostles. Who
Yeah.
also have the exact same ability. Sorry,
AC.
Saint-Germain, your biggest love rival isn't those guys, it's Guinevere.
I was about to say, AC, go kiss Guinevere.
Dot, dot, dot.
I touch my lips and find that they are unbearably warm. But Saint-Germain just smiles and begins speaking with a devilish smile.
To kiss you without end. I want to kiss you deeply upon the lips. Like this.
He gently leans towards my face.
No!
I'm nearly swept away as the temptation to let it happen is difficult to resist, but lean away, flustered.
Save that for after the poison's gone!
I keep my distance, breathing heavily, and Saint-Germain looks adorably disappointed.
Well, a real kiss will have to wait until our journey is over and the poison is removed. I suppose I'll have to adopt a different mindset for the rest of this journey.
It's not something worth changing your entire worldview over.
I sigh and slowly look up at the sky. I take some deep breaths to calm myself down. I notice that Saint-Germain is looking up at the sky as well, through narrowed eyes.
I've looked up at the sky time and time again, over the past few thousand years. And I always felt that this expansive sky and the shining stars would never change, no matter how much time passes. However, it seems I was wrong. There is nothing in this world that is permanently unchanging. Even the sky and the stars themselves, they change nonetheless, however slowly.
Saint-Germain smiles slowly as he looks up at the bright sky, which is still too light to make out any stars.
If I were to name one exception,
He turns to me and brings his face close to mine.
it would be my love for you. I have no intention of ever changing that, no matter how many thousands of years pass us by.
Me too.
I love you, AC.
Someday, when the poison has disappeared from my body, I'm going to give him as many kisses as I can. More kisses than the number of stars Saint-Germain has seen in all the times he looked up at the sky, alone, over and over.
You said forever ago, like, well, no, technically the stars do change. And I was like, how do I tell you without telling you that that is actually in the epilogue? It's like, oh, I know.
Smacking this game. Smacking it. Anyway,
Smack it. We have 2 routes to go through. What if you break it?
thank you for watching.
Thanks, everyone.
We will be back Wednesday. Yeah, we will be back Wednesday.
We should be back Wednesday. We should hopefully
Go away, song. I don't care about you. I'm gonna go in.
near the end. We're approaching perhaps the end of the Satan route and Lovingly Evil.
Oh, we're on the final day. We're close.
Yeah,
We're close.
I don't want to make any promises.
Yeah, I mean,
We're approaching the end.
yes.
Unlike here, I was like, no, we're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish it.
But yeah, thanks for watching,
Thanks for hanging out.
And
Hope
we will-
everyone enjoyed themselves.
and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.